Okay, so I was checking the Wikipedia on Venus, which isn't normally what I use to look at stuff like that. Normally I use the planet fact sheets of NASA. But the Wikipedia said that in the, I don't know, that in the 70s, I think, or the 60s, they were making proposals to do like floating cities above the cloud, 50 kilometers above the surface of Venus. Um, because the conditions are similar to that of Earth. But so I took that and I figured, well, man, then I could make my line way shorter, right? And so I decided to take the line down and drop the satellite actually into that 50 kilometer above the surface level, 50 kilometer altitude, and put a suborbital flotilla. And now use the cumulative acceleration for the RSDV to transport the gas out into orbit. See, so I got my suborbital flotilla here, and it can float around the whole atmosphere. I don't have to worry about getting it into the eye. And then my RSDV does the ramp up of cumulative acceleration using the CO2 rockets to leave orbit, just like I did over here. So, you know, maybe that's better, because without I mean, not needing like a super long line with the airfoil at the bottom is going to help out a lot more. You know, and we can still put the airfoils on it because you got like 180 mile an hour winds there, you know, and 180 mile an hour winds, we can handle that. I mean, we got jets that go that fast. You know what I'm saying? So we design airfoils that keep us lifted, you know, in those winds. Or I mean, anyway, and then it can be like a solid structure. I mean, if it's down in the wind and it's not even, but it's like way up in the sky, but maybe you don't even have to have a line at all, and then you can just skyhook out your RSDV, you know, or like say with an X-37B, you know. I mean, I'm sure you could adapt an X-37B to go from there and carry all your gas, all your CO2, full filled CO2 tanks out into orbit, you know, and then from there back to the Earth.